Body fat is only relevant to you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. So if you're at 3% body fat, that's great. I probably know a guy that's at 12% body fat that looks leaner than you at 3%. How is that feasible? That's life. That's just how some bodies are made up and how they look. Yeah, I think the one thing there is I think a lot of people that don't know about nutrition and think that your body can continue to function that way think that skin is something that, like anything, if you damage it so poorly, it's tough to come back from. And I don't want none of you to have to come back from that. How many people you see every day at Gold's Gym come in there, they're doing this and this and this, and the skin's hanging over. It's a harsh thing, but I don't want that. And if it is that way, we have to tighten it up. I want everybody, I don't care if you're in the Titan crew or not in the Titan crew, I want you to use some more common sense when you guys are looking at these programs going, this is Jay Cutler's program for Mr. Olympia. Well, are you getting ready for the Mr. Olympia? Have you trained that long enough to do that? So no, it's not. So that may not be the program for you. That may not be the nutrition that you should do, because I see that a lot when it comes to nutrition. One thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of guys and girls, when I say guys, I mean Titans, that are now becoming consistent, and they're getting the understanding that there's no quick fix, and that's what I love to see. And then Magruder is one of these guys that goes, it is the tortoise and the hare. It is the slow going but consistent beats the guy that comes out of the gate 100 miles an hour and then drops and quits. So I love this about he's getting stronger in all of his exercises. I love that. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Lucy, will you let me know how much? I think we're over 15 pounds in just 4 weeks that we are down. And I hope you love your new plan. So Lucy is one of my, she's great. You talk about somebody that comes to you and you just kind of like, I just like the person. She's one of those people that just has a great aura, and I just talking to her and stuff. And then I heard stories about her father was a military, very disciplined. This is the way it is, loving, but straightforward. And so I love working with her. She's one of my one-on-one Titans, but we've already lost, I think, close to 15 in 4 weeks, and we haven't even started cranking it up yet. So I love that her body's working with us. Yeah, I think the one thing there is I think a lot of people that don't know about nutrition and think that your body can continue to function that way think that.
Or I've seen like people or coaches use it because it's like a quick way to diet someone down.
Yeah.
But then have no, they don't care about the.
I'm going to get 3 months of work payment from you.
Like, oh yeah, here.
I'll just cut your carbs out. Oh, you got me in great shape.
30 days. Just cut out every single thing that you need except protein. And then here you go. You're lean. But then for a month.
Yeah.
And then you'll come back to me to pay for another program.
That is the truth. Yeah, thanks for saying that, because you're absolutely right. And you know what's funny about that is that I've been able to work with people in my career for over 10, 15, 20 years, and I got to see, and I was at a photo shoot the other day with somebody that I worked with 30 years ago, and we were talking about one of my clients from 32 years ago, that we got him from 350 pounds down to 185, and he's still there today. And we got him down correctly, and so he could stay that way. But then other people, it's like you run away from, I've been doing this long enough to where I see the long-term changes, where most trainers see somebody for 12 weeks and they never see him again in their lives, or they're too young to see him. And I understand that, but I've seen the changes over a long period of time. And I tell you this, the reason why me and others are here is because of the carbohydrates and being intelligent enough to go, I can't remove something completely and think my body will function the same as I get older and older and older. So thank you for saying that. I got to say something right now to my boy, Frankie. We've got to check your blood. I want to know what's going on there, because you're training way too hard for that kind of a change. So unless you're skipping workouts, you're snacking at night, unless your sleep may be at such a poor thing. And I haven't made my decision on my Whoop yet. and it's been about a month, but I need to be, yeah, I haven't made a decision on it. It does do a couple things like what Jay was saying about 2 workouts. It kind of shows me my sleep pattern. It kind of shows me those kind of things. So I do like it in that aspect, but I don't know if it's beneficial in the long term yet, but I will let you guys know. So I'm not supporting this yet. I'll let you know. I know a lot of people love this thing, the Whoop or the rings or stuff like that. Yeah.
Do they like it or do they like the idea of it?
I think they like the idea of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And they buy into it.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, I burned 2,000 calories a day. It said I did. Did it though? Yeah. So did you recover? Did you? So it's a lot like the body fat thing. And I hope I've got you guys off of that whole concept. Body fat is only relevant to you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. So if you're at 3% body fat, that's great. I probably know a guy that's at 12% body fat that looks leaner than you at 3%. How is that feasible? That's life. That's just how some bodies are made up and how they look. Muscularity, where you carry the fat. So it's so only gauged for you on your benefits, for you to gauge. And it's not even accurate. It's moderately accurate. So stay with the same type of fats. Measurements. So this again is in that same stage. Am I burning this many calories? I'm going to go off my plan. If I'm getting leaner than I am, I'm not going to go off the calculation of this. So that's it. But I want your blood work, Frankie. I want to make sure that we are safe and we're doing things good and you're good and healthy. I have no understanding of who you are and stuff. So let's not do these kind of questions. Let's make sure the questions are more global for everybody that's on here right now, or that's just going to irritate me. I don't know you. So does that make sense? Or maybe it doesn't. But, again, water intake is, I need so many information about you to tell you how much water to take in. Great job. Now, here's somebody that is consistent since he started that I see. And any little hiccups we have, he gets right back on track, which I love. And he's making some good changes. And he's saying, so he's getting stronger as he's in a deficit. So let me explain this to you guys. You know how everybody says, if you're in a deficit, you can't get stronger, you can't build muscle? Not true. Not true. Okay, we've already proven this, that if you're exercising and feeding the body enough protein, you can still build muscle. Okay, or you can at least maintain that muscle. And again, strength comes from connective tissue. And if you can get stronger in a deficit because you're burning fat and everything, and you're speeding up the body, again, you're coming from a ground zero to a plan that really works. We got you structured with good nutrition now. We've been watching your body. You're training correctly. You're training at the right effort, without overtraining. All these aspects come into it. I always gained size and strength when I first start dieting for a show. I think it's because of a couple different things. I went from this surplus of food that maybe my body's not utilizing all of it correctly to where I start starving it. And so it starts fighting for it. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, I'm not getting the protein I had before. So I'm going to utilize that protein better that I am getting. I'm going to utilize the carbohydrates that I'm getting because I'm getting less. And so that's how the body kind of functions. It kind of goes, okay, you're kind of starving me now. I really need to use this correctly. And I need to make sure that we are retaining muscle, get rid of fat, like a healthy body would work and a metabolism work. And so I'd always gain. And Mona gained 7 pounds. She gained 7 pounds on the Blitz. And you guys know how hard the Blitz is. So it's a beautiful thing, and I love that Michael's doing that. What do we got? Go for that.
I believe I'm checking in with you this Saturday, but if I don't get to talk to you before Monday, I have a question. I'll be traveling the next 4 days, leaving Monday, coming back home Friday, hiking a lot of tuna, jerky, and a box of cream of rice for a high day. Is there anything else you recommend on nutrition requirements while traveling and not having access to a kitchen? I will not be able to bring perishable food as well.
So, depending on where you're at, take your jug of protein, throw it in the suitcase. Okay? That goes on the plane or wherever you're traveling to. Mm-hmm. Always have that available. Jerky's great. The jerky sticks are great depending on where you're at. Carbohydrates are easy. Don't worry about that. I don't recommend having a high day as you travel because your body functions differently when you travel. So when you travel, regardless of where you are, there's two things that happen. One is your body doesn't sleep the same when you're in a hotel room or in a different location. How crazy is that? It's kind of like a fight or flight stage. When you're at home, there's such a security of your home and peace that you sleep deeper. How crazy is this? You can go check this out on sleep studies. But when you sleep in a hotel, you actually can wake up really easily because you don't go into the deeper sleep. So you're not recovering as well. How mind-blowing is that? Nobody would have thought of that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, nobody would have thought of that. So don't have your high day when you're traveling. Wait until you come back home. Just stay on the plan when you're traveling. Also, when you travel, hiccups happen. Maybe you don't get your workout in or something like that. And so again, I would kind of just enjoy the 4 days that you're going out. We'll probably try to talk to you before you leave and make sure that you're on point. But those are the proteins. Protein drink, tuna. That's what I used to do in the 80s and 90s. I'd carry the big bag of tuna. That thing's heavy. So it's unfortunate. Get your carbs and stuff while you're there and stay on point, man. That's the main thing. It's the traveling. It's the downtimes when things aren't good. If you stay on your diet and your plan, you're going to be a freak at the end of this. Better to eat the foods you can stick to. It's not just
a
fad diet or lifestyle.
It's
Well,
that's dumb.
Yeah, for the average person, that just wants to be normal and just kind of be healthy, that's a great point.
Where's the only food I can stick to is pizza? Am I gonna eat pizza all day?
Yeah, I don't think he means that, but I know what you mean.
You know, like
He means like, hey, let me
Yeah.
just eat the chicken and rice if that's your favorite and stay with that. Now that's great for the average. My recommendation is just like do the workout that you like and will stay with. Both of those are healthy aspects of life. Titan crew, I'm assuming I'm talking to the Titans out here, and you're the 5%ers. You're the 5%ers that don't want to be average, that want to get better, that want to get better with time and age. If you are not one of those, please, this is not the page for you guys to be watching. This is really just for the guys that are and girls that are 5% that want to get better, and don't want the average and don't want the tricks.
Mhm.
The hey, what can I have at night when I'm hungry? It's called self-discipline.
It's called sleep. The people that
You
ever have sleep for dinner?
Yeah, sleep for dinner. How many times? Okay, these guys can tell you during the 30-day blitz. Tell me some times I went to bed.
4 p.m. 5 p.m.
6 p.m. Yeah.
3:30.
They're not joking. There was days on the blitz that I was so starving that I knew the only thing, and I finished up all the workouts, my work and everything. The only thing I could really do at this stage is watch TV and stuff. All the work is done. I'd just go to bed. And it was because I was so starving. So
Hardest part about the blitz was Rick Valente bringing in the cookies on Thursday.
Oh, see, these guys had it harder. They had to see these guys like Rick Valente, the legend. Can we just take a moment for all the so anyways, yeah, discipline, Titan crews.
Pizza and cookies.
Let's keep going, guys. All right, next. So you are, if I'm correct, Mikey, and you just comment down below, you should be done or finishing or close to the end of the 30-day blitz. And then we're going to have you do the dry out, take a look at you and kind of decide at that point if we're going to do another 30-day blitz after that. Now, I want you to do two things. One is mentally relax. Skin is always behind your body weight. And so what that means is, let's say you lose 5 pounds in the first week, and that's a lot of water weight and stuff. And so you got this little bit of a loose skin. Well, your skin is actually about 90 days behind your body. Yeah. So that collagen needs time. The skin needs time. It needs time to regenerate and tighten. Now, that being said, if you've been fat for a long time, it's a lot harder. And so that's why I recommend all you youngsters to start using the lotion like I did for my whole life. And so something that I think most people miss, and Jeffrey sees it because he takes care of a lot of the photos for the is that it's the healthy skin that most people miss. And the problem is that skin is something that, like anything, if you damage it so poorly, it's tough to come back from. And I don't want none of you to have to come back from that.
We talked to Rich Gaspari last week.
We
And
did.
one of the first talking points just happened to be skin, and it turned into an hour-long talk about skin.
It's
so
such an important thing.
But only a couple people are going to talk about that, right?
Well, besides, I've been in this since '87, and I've talked to only a few people back in the '80s that did it. But Rich is the only guy I really talked to that did it as anally as I did, and I did it because I was actually lucky enough to be doing modeling at 14 years old. So I was already doing. And I also had a mother that was like very much like the Asian skin. You know, she always put the oil of Olay on, wanted the white skin, and we're Scottish Irish, and so we got delicate skin. We had to put lotion on. We had to put sunblock on. But I was lucky enough at that time to understand. But I'm telling you all, everybody here, lotion. I don't care how manly you think you is. Put the lotion on the abs. Put the belt on. Let's start tightening the skins up, because I don't care how good your abs are. How many people you see every day at Gold's Gym come in there? They're doing this and this and this, and the skin's hanging over. It's a harsh thing, but I don't want that. And if it is that way, we have to tighten it up.